Go here at the CNBC real-time exchange of the big board. It's Fidelity during the honors at the NASDAQ. Jack Henry and Associates FinTech. As we see Brett fill in here. So what, you're saying you don't trust it?
I'm just saying it's not worth going in. You don't buy up like this. After a terrible overnight, after a close yesterday, after you have so many people who need to raise cash, let them raise their cash. I'm not saying today's a bad day. I say see what you want to buy. I am saying that I don't like to come in a big up opening when it's just based on a guy from the Fed, Williams. I mean, this is Williams. He's been bullish all week.
Williams, I know. And not Esther Williams.
And by the way, what people are buying on, it is not a cut versus not a cut, okay? It's just like, oh, all clear. I don't think it's all clear. I think you wait a little. Well, by the way, the collapse in commodities is shocking.
You did right about that this morning.
Shocking.
Oil sub 58 as we're watching this U.S. brokered plan for Ukraine.
Exactly. And then the beef collapse, which is historic.
57.90 on WTI. And what else? The what collapse?
The beef collapse is historic.
Beef, yeah.
The coffee collapse is like unbelievable. Now, a lot of people think the beef was just the president.
Right. Well, the president has said they would remove certain tariffs on beef.
Well, trying to remove Brazil. Lula didn't have to do a thing.
No.
They just took them off. And the FT today says we're considering removing EU tariffs on food.
Well, I got to tell you, the president is in control of food, and you got to get food down. Food is what causes almost every rebellion against a politician. I mean, of all time, it's always food. It's always, now famine. We don't have that.
Thank God, no.
But food
affordability is a key issue. It was one in the elections that took place a few weeks back, and
that's what
they
should. You know, the Biden. I don't want to rehash the election, but I am saying that the collapse in the grain in this complex is fantastic for the American person. Fantastic, and I think that people should recognize it's occurring.
It's a what?
It's occurring.
Oh, it's occurring. Sorry.
No, occurring. You know, like Tal.
Yes.
It's Philadelphia.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Enough of Kramer. What is going on, guys? Good morning. What is your take on the 1% earlier? I have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Please, let's not start the morning like this. What is your take on the 1% earlier? How in God's name am I supposed to translate that? The fuck is he talking about? 1% what? Regine, what's going on? Jason, Al Cuervo, buenos dias. Andy Co, what's going on? What's my take on the one? Bro, I just started the stream, bro. Chill out. What's your take on the 1% in futures? Market's 3 minutes open. Chill out. It's insane that how pullbacks make people panic like this. Understandable, though. The only thing I would say is if you're not a trader and you're just an investor, there is absolutely no reason for you to be watching every single daily candle. What you should be focusing on is looking at your portfolio and making sure that it's how you want it to look. And if it's not, making plans to start rotating out of stuff you don't like into stuff that you do like once that stuff that you do like gets cheap enough. If you're trading, yeah, different story. If you're swing trading, there's absolutely no reason to be in swing trades here. I don't know how many times I have to give my opinion on that, but I'm 100% serious when I say that. There is no reason to be in swings here. None. Unless you are very good at shorting the market and you swung some puts or something. But in terms of swing longs or leaps or something, This is not the environment to play in, bro. The problem is most people don't know how to sit on their hands and recognize maybe I shouldn't be a part of this right now. Maybe I should let the storm blow over and then assess how I'm going to take advantage of it. I do think right now, so we have the tiny little RTH gap at the bottom. I think that that's going to get taken out, but it is small before the real move happens. Now, keep in mind that right today we have PMI at 9:45, which is red folder. So that's in 9 minutes. And we have consumer sentiment at 10, both of which are very important. One very interesting thing that happened this morning, if you guys watched my video yesterday, this was at 30-something%. This morning, we shot up to 73% likelihood of a cut on December 10th. This was likely spurred by a bunch of Fed members talking, saying that that they favor a cut in December. So at least as it relates to a cut, we are getting some certainty. I always thought that they would cut. I just think that Jerome Powell last FOMC had to appear objective and said that the cut is not guaranteed. No, he said it's not a foregone conclusion for December, which is fine, but I don't think he anticipated that the government wouldn't produce relevant data. Like, you can say that if the BLS continues to give you relevant data, but when you say that the cut in December is not a foregone conclusion, then the government shuts down, and then the government says, we don't know if we'll ever release data for October. We don't even know if we want to release data for November. We'll let you guys know. Not a good look. So at least there is some certainty on that front, and more so than there was even as late as last night. Do you feel it's the proper environment for buying leaps? As if I did not just give my opinion on that. Bro, do what you like. Adding any long term here. There are some things I'm interested in, but I do think that this gets worse, in my opinion. I think that that we get a correction. I don't think this is not the popping of the bubble and the bear market and the recession and all that. But I do think that we do get a 10% correction. I think that the S&P and the NASDAQ hit the 200 MA. So for me, I'm patient, but there are some things I like. Sure. Yeah, Bitcoin needs to quickly bottom out here. Because if Bitcoin closes below 83, I think this quickly accelerates down to 73. I think it can lose 10K very fast if it doesn't bottom here. But there is a chance it does bottom here, yes. We're still in this weekly fair value gap. And the Bitcoin weekly doesn't close today. It closes on Sunday. So there's 2 days left to close within this. What do you think of iron and CIFR at these levels? I think you're looking at the wrong things. This is what happens. People don't focus on quality stocks enough. They fill their portfolio with shit. And then once we get a small 5% pullback, their portfolio is down 60, 70%. And then they cry about it. So, in my humble opinion, you should be filling your portfolio with quality. And it's fine to speculate. Small percentages here and there. But that should not be what you're looking for. You should be asking yourself, is Meta the cheapest Mag 7 stock right now? Netflix is down 20% from highs. Microsoft was doing a nice little tank job here. Definitely should be looking at stuff like that. Robinhood was down 31%. I think iron, as I was saying in the Discord a couple days ago, looks like a short to me. I love swinging stocks like that. Like, I made a lot of money on iron. I made some money on CIFR. But they're not stocks that I care about for the long term, I'll be honest. We have data in 3 minutes, and I'm wondering where we manipulate out of this chop. As I mentioned in my video, it's very typical for Nvidia to have a rocky 2-3 days after earnings. So one, it's very typical for it not to beat the expected move during earnings, which it did. It didn't beat the expected move yesterday. So if you bought calls or puts yesterday, you got fucked. Sorry, not yesterday, but Wednesday. And it's very typical for it to have a rocky week after earnings. So I'm not really that worried about Nvidia at all. Yeah, Uber is starting to look attractive to me if we can get back to that trend line. Now, Tesla, we almost swung a couple times, but it just cannot confirm a break of structure at all. And I actually think there's a chance that it can drop to the 370s, this level right there. Why do you never review IBM? Why do you never review IBM? Is Adobe dead? Think about it. Why would you buy Adobe? On paper, it's great, but in terms of moat, to me, you can easily upload your photo in Google Gemini and tell it to make any edits you want. Now, for the prosumer or the professional, yeah, Adobe's great. For the consumer, I don't think consumers are compelled to pay Adobe when they can edit their images for free on AI. But yeah, for professionals, I think it's still fine. It's not my type of industry. So PMI came out already, and we have consumer sentiment at 10. What's your take on TSM for long term? Good stock. But I think the market's gonna drop further, to be honest. Okay, so this is what likely will take out the RTH gap that we mentioned in the morning. Yeah, see that? It might be hard to see. That gap right there. Has Mr. bottomed already? Funny. And then we have another round of data at 10. So I want to see, now we filled the RTH gap on both NQ and ES. And I want to see if we can get a long. The question is, because see this consolidation, and then we manipulate it down. I think we go up, and we filled the RTH. I think there's a chance that we go up. The question is, do I want to take this before 10 a.m.? I think this is a long here to at least get to the question is, do I want to wait until 10? Let me look at gold real quick too. Guys, for those of you that are panicking, just know that drops is where the real money's made. We've done this several times already. 2020, 2022, August of 2024, April of 2025. But if you continue to chase price at the highs, yeah, your portfolio is going to look like shit. And you're buying crap companies. Your portfolio is going to look like shit in times like this. But this is where the planning happens. What a weird move by gold. What a strange freaking move. So we took Asia high. I might be leaning short on gold. I mean, it's range bounding. So it would just be like a scalp short. I'm thinking about taking gold short down to the 0.5. Let me see what happens here at this 1 minute. Or do we wait for 10 a.m.? Or is it more like this? But we already tapped that. We have data in 5 minutes. I think gold gives us a move here. That's yesterday's high. Let me see if I can find a trade here. Yeah, the indices not doing shit. They're clearly waiting for consumer sentiment. So gold is stuck in this volume imbalance here, huh? We swept yesterday's low. That's yesterday's high. 'That's RTH. Okay. $9.45 low. So we have consumer sentiment in 2 minutes. Hit the GP 3 minute daily volume imbalance. I think there might be a short here, data aside. Okay, 10 a.m. data's out. Let's see what happens here. Consumer sentiment came out pretty much in line. There's a 5-minute fair value gap right there. If we inverse that, I think we go lower. I'm gonna wait for a data high to be taken on gold, or for that to inverse, and I think we go lower. Muted reaction so far on the indices. I'm gonna wait to see if these equal lows on NQ get taken. What an ugly day so far. I mean, it's only been half an hour, but we took RTH, just chopping around here. We do technically have divergence, bullish divergence between NQ and ES. NQ is on the right, ES is on the left. But I think these equal lows can get taken. So gotta wait here for a second. Nothing yet on gold. Let me look at some of the options here. Nvidia kind of looks interesting to me. I would like to see it take out pre-market low. Yeah, Microsoft is going to be a great buy soon. It's down 15% from highs already. My target on Microsoft, the first target that I'm looking at on Microsoft will be down almost 20% from highs at around 450. But I think it can go lower. I think it can dig into the low 400s, which is crazy because it was trading at 550. But no rush here. I think a lot of this stuff will be on discount for sure. All right. This divergence is holding up. I'm going to wait to see gold take out data high and then potentially see if there's a short there. Chopped salad. Yeah, for sure. Right now it's chopped. Any Black Friday discount for unusual whales? Not right now, but there is definitely the art of Zen will make money. Breathe. Why are people going crazy? I haven't been reading the chat for my own sanity. Black Friday sale? Yeah, I mean we might do a Black Friday sale. I don't know about unusual whales. But I just got a text from my contact at Funded Next, and they said that they are removing consistency for the legacy accounts. Let me see if they updated that, because if true, that's nuts. Yep, they removed it. So on Funded Next, the consistency only applies to the evaluation. But once you pass, there's no consistency rule on the legacy. And this is the only prop firm I know that has a 1-to-1 target. Like the 50K accounts, the profit target and the maximum loss limit is the same. Usually this will be 3K and 2K or 3K and 1500. But you get a max loss limit of 2,500 and your profit target is only 2,500. And there's no buffer required for payouts, like on some other prop firms where you have to, like, you trade the account, you pass, you think that you're now in the clear, and then you have to hit another buffer before you can get paid out. It's wild. So right now, and there's an additional discount if you use the code TTT. Let me put this in here. I'm going to pin it. Funded Next paid me less than 4 hours. Yeah, they are quick. Insofar as the prop game, I think they do have the best rules in the game right now. If you guys want me to explain this, I will. But for those of you that watch the Futures Accelerator, and like I said, in the Futures Accelerator, Do not spend your own capital trying to trade futures. If you are a beginner, get a prop account. And it's much better than paper trading because you actually have some skin in the game, right? Paper trading is just monopoly money. But when you're trading funded, if you pass, you're able to start withdrawing real money. I wish it existed when I first started trading. Nothing I want to take here just yet, but I think it will set up, guys. I think a short on gold might set up. Gold all on my watch. Don't believe me, just watch. I can't sing the rest of that song on stream. If we get below this 5 minute and test it, I will likely take this short to that 1 hour fair value gap. My God, Chop City, bro, come on. Don't believe me, just watch. I think there might be a scalp short on Meta here to get down to pre-market low. It's bouncing off of the 930 open. Okay, we no longer have bullish divergence here. Let me actually see where this is going. So what is the draw on liquidity here? What a fucking ugly day. What is this? Like, what is this? Does NQ want that low? What is that low? Sure. That's just pre-market low. Gold not moving, indices not moving. What is this? Will I get my price on Costco? I think so. I think Costco rejects from here and comes down to the 860s. Appreciate you, Hugh. Did futures close the big morning pop gap? Bro, this guy's questions, this Felipe guy is driving me crazy. The big morning pop, you're talking about this teeny tiny gap here? And yes, I already answered your question in the beginning of the stream. This tiny gap, not the big morning pop gap, was filled. All right, let's play a game since we are still waiting on price here. I will be giving away a funded next account. Hold on. Let me see what I can actually give away. 25K legacy challenges. Okay. This is amazing. 25K account. Like I said, that you will not have consistency if you pass the account. The profit target is only 1250. And these are $80. Well, with my code will be a little less. But I will give away a 25K funded next account. You guys down for this? Just to make the stream a little bit more entertaining. What do you think of Dave's stock? The fuck is that stock, bro? Is that like the protein bars? Or is that the wrapper? The white wrapper, Dave. Dave's Chicken? I think they were bought out by private equity, sadly. I saw some guy doing a review on Dave's Chicken, comparing the portion sizes before they were bought out by private equity and after. Okay, we're going to give out an account here. I need you. Okay, here's the challenge. Will this low on NQ 23,953, will that low get taken out before this high of 24,297.75? Just type in low or high. Which one gets taken out first? Not yes, motherfuckers. Either low or high. Not yes. Okay. So, whichever one happens first, I will then scroll back into the comments and pick a random person who got it right. And then that person, I will gift them a 25K legacy challenge account from Funded Next. So let's put an alert here and an alert here. And we'll see which one gets taken out first. Bro, if you're trading options for one, I feel so bad for you. How's anyone trading options right now? Also, Google turned out to be the best stock in the game, bro. I mean, we better get a nice PM session because this is fucking ass, bro. Ass, 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 ass. Spamming is crazy. They're not, these aren't spam. These are real people who are answering my question. Please stop spamming. It's over. I agree. If I catch people who have multiple answers, they're not going to win. So, if you have one answer, I will pick you. If you try to do it multiple times, Killer Cam calling people out. I want a cap and TT hoodie. Oh man, we got to give those away. My team is slacking though. I gotta ask somebody. What's the haps with the merch? Team, we need merch. Need merch ASAP. Please, because I'm a nice guy. I don't even know where my merch is or from. Okay, I think, I personally think we take out the low first. Okay. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me see if I can catch this shit. Every time I'm here, I hear yeah. Where you from, man? This is Mad City, better run, man. Dun 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 dun. No, don't drop, bro. Come on. No. Guys, stop spamming the goddamn chat. Which low? Can you ask the question again? No. Question is done. Trey Dubois says, you be saying it. What is Trey Dubois talking about, bro? What is Trey Dubois talking about? Have you ever lost and panicked? If so, how long did it take to recover? What? Have I ever lost and panicked? The fuck kind of question is? No, bro, I never lost. Never. 100% win rate across the board. Never lost a day in my life. The fuck do you mean, bro? Of course I lost. I lose every day. No, not every day. I lose often. What do you mean? Like, I have generally around a 50 to 60% win rate with day trades. What do you mean? It's like asking Steph Curry if he ever missed a shot. Yeah. Swell. This fool really asked, have you ever lost? Vicolito says, yeah, man, you be saying that shit. What are you talking about? I be saying what? InvestFest and ATL? I don't know, bro. I wasn't invited. Who's running that? I was definitely not invited to InvestFest and ATL. I don't even know what that is. Trey Dubois says, you be finishing the lyrics? Yeah, if I'm around my friends. But because I am racially ambiguous, people might get the wrong idea. You know, I'm not racially ambiguous like Logic. That fool, for instance, I don't care how many times that fool says he's black. Logic is a white kid. Let's be honest. I think he's dope, though. I think he's dope. Logic is a white Jewish kid? No. That's Drake, bro. Drake is the white Jewish kid. Looks Persian? I do not look Persian. I love Persian food, though. Mr. Blizzard says, let's talk about Islam. Does this look like the fucking religion fireside chat? I guarantee I know where that guy's from. Who said, let's talk about Islam. I 1,000,000% can guarantee where that guy's from. You guys want to take a guess? Let me go back to while we're waiting for this, because I do think we're taking out that low. Let me go back to this shit. Andy says fading. Good. I hope you longed it, bro. Oh, this little bitch deleted the comment. No, he didn't. Okay. This dude is confusing the shit out of me. All right, we took that low. I'm going to give away an account real quick. Fuck. No efficient trading, bro. Would have been a nice take from up here. Wow, a lot of people said hi. Shorty got them apple bottom jeans. Bro, what? Who are you talking about? Shorty got the apple bottom jeans. You can't be saying random shit like that watching my stream, bro. All right, we're going to pick a random person that said low. Accomplice X. Here's what you got to do to get your account. Hit me up on IG or on X and send me a screenshot of your YouTube account. And then we'll go from there. So Accomplice X, congrats on winning a 25K legacy account from Funded Next. Hopefully you pass it, bro. Unfortunately, even though low was my guess too, didn't get a solid trade from there, an optimal trade from there. Now, the real question here, do we go for that low, or does this bullish divergence hold up? And can we get a reversal? Congrats to Accomplice X. I may give away another account on the stream later today. Fucking gold, bro. I knew this bitch was a short. All right. So we have bullish divergence now between NQ and ES. And I want to see if we can get to high of the day if this bullish divergence maintains. Now, one thing that could happen is NQ goes for that low and ES doesn't. And that low is 5 a.m. Yeah, that was right after London low. So let's see here. Unreal and obnoxious here. When do we DCA? I have no idea who you are. How can I tell you when you should DCA? I don't know who you are. I don't know how old you are. I don't know what's in your portfolio. I don't know what your risk tolerance is. I don't know what your goals are. I don't know when you retire. How can you just ask a random person on the internet, when should I DCA? So what I want to see for a confirmed reversal is a close above this order block here. This feels like an overcorrection. I don't think the market cares what you think it feels like, to be honest. Just react accordingly and manage risk. That's all you can do. How you feel is none of the market's concern. It's atrocious. Okay, so gold did come down to that hourly fair value gap. Let's see if we get a break here. I have $2. What should I invest in? I have good news for you. And it's free. A LinkedIn profile. That's what you should invest in. Oh my God, this is a huge ass range. Okay, I think we get a reversal here. Damn, so weak. I think we might get a reversal here. These ranges are so huge, man. Let me see something. Come on, give us a 3-minute CISD. Both NQ and ES gave us a 3-minute CISD. Let's see if this holds up here. Yo, this is not for, definitely not an options-friendly environment. Gold might be along here too. If we get to that high, I'll move my stop to break even. We keep getting rejected at 6 p.m. open. If we get above 6 p.m. open, then I think we're Gucci, at least for this trade. But this is an A+ trade to me. That is 10 a.m. high. Is gold along here? I missed the gold short, man. I'm going to get some more coffee. I'll be right back. Are those levels marked automatically? I went over this in the Futures Accelerator, which I will be releasing to YouTube tomorrow. So if you missed it, make sure you tune into YouTube tomorrow. I love that YouTube publicity is embedded in the stream now. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, brother. Do we have the strength to get above 6 p.m. open? Thoughts on AMDL? Thoughts? He means your affiliate links, I think. What? Commercials now come on and cut away from live? Yeah, get YouTube Premium or whatever, bro. I don't know. It's not like I click on the commercial button. Thoughts on AMD. Thoughts on Oracle. Thoughts and prayers on everything, guys. My general thoughts and prayers go out to everything and everyone. Dude, come on, dude. Time to go up, yaar. It is shifting. Shift to profit. Don't shift to stop. Thoughts on NQ? Fucking frustrating. Frustratingly choppy. You will be stopped out. Think I give a fuck? I enter an A+ trade and I live with the results, bro. Think I'm a little bitch like you? Oh my god, my stop hit. Oh my god, my stop. How many crying emojis can I find in my phone? I need to send them all. My stop. Oh no, my stop's gonna get hit. Dude, shut your fucking bloody mouth. Wow. Amazon hit an all-time high and then quickly said, nope. Based on what the market is doing, I might cut this at break even here, fellas and ladies. Let me see something. I'm gonna cut this at break even, guys. Break even city. I think we take out those lows once again. I think we target those lows once again. Potentially. So we rejected, made a lower high. The thing is, we are continuing to make CISDs on both sides now. And looking at the 1 hour, I think it's entirely possible. Yeah, this is not, the way it's delivering, especially during a macro, is not clean. And it's indicative that we want to take out, to go for these lows that we didn't go for last time. So, A plus trade, realizing delivery is not solid. As long as you're okay with your decisions, man. That's all you can do. Make good decisions and manage your risk. Switch to shorts? Yeah, full port, bro. But the trick is you're going to do it, not me. But yes, I think you should short, and I think you should short more than you anticipated. So whatever you thought about shorting, do it double right now. What are your thoughts on meat? What? Pause, fool. Oh, meet Kevin. I don't know. I don't watch him. I don't know what to tell you. Zero opinion. Why? Does he have I don't know, new content that's worthy of discussing? Trey Dubois says, "Hey yo, what type of life is this, bro?" They're asking me these questions. All right, don't ask me for my thoughts on meat. That's out of pocket. Okay. Don't ask another man his thoughts on meat. Oh man, if we get Hood in the 90s, yay. Zim, good to use? I think you're talking about Zin. Are you talking about the tobacco? The tobacco? What are you talking about? The nicotine pouch? You should start a finance autopilot account? The fuck is that? All right. Good de-risk, bro. I think we swipe those lows one more time. Zim is a shipping sector? Yeah, so what do you mean is it good to use? I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. Are you asking because it's an Israeli company or what? Why not buy at your previous stop? Bro, where do you guys learn how to trade? That's not how trading works, bro. Do you only go live on Fridays? Fun fact, I go live every day in the Discord. I only go live here on Fridays. I mean, should we hold container companies at these times? It's an Israeli company. Also, macro environment is influencing a lot. I don't know, bro. If you use an Israeli shipping company and you get shit shipped to your house, better open up those electronics and see what's in them. I've made a lot of money scalping. Proud. I'm proud of you, bro. Thank you. I needed that piece of information. My day could not go on without knowing that piece of information. Oh, man. Sean says, your stop loss hits and your computer blows up. Bro, this chat, yeah. I'm happy we went live this Friday. This chat is hilarious. Okay, because the market is honestly doing fuck all right now. Initial gold short would have worked, but I did try to take the NASDAQ short to that low, but my sell was here, and we just dropped from here. Hopefully, inshallah, we get a good PM session, because this is ass. He's upset that he got stopped out and the lows are still not breached. I didn't get stopped out. What the fuck stream are you watching? I exited my my entry at break even. It's live, bro. What's your thoughts on SoFi? Thoughts? He said, I live in Israel and I can confirm. Oh, man, we got insider info here. Holy shit. One second. You know what? Let's look up some shit here. So if we take a look at the, man, gamma is all over the place today. Let's check out the 0 DTE gamma real quick. We have 6450. And 66, that is such a big range. But these 6450s are calls. What? I don't have a good read right now on what happens for the rest of the day. What is Hood paying in terms of cash secure puts? The 85 put is selling for 260. Oh, that's not bad. That's 45% down from highs. The 90 put is selling for 365. Meet Kevin is a big time clickbaiter. Bro, I don't know. I don't watch him. I don't really care that much. But whatever you say. Honestly, I haven't heard that name in a very long time. I just want to look at Robinhood's numbers real quick. So 4 PE is currently 44. Trailing PE is 44. Price to sales is 23x. Operating cash flow. So far for 2025 is much improved. What is its revenue growth? %17 3-year CAGR. But in 2024 alone, 58%. We're just chopping around, bro. Even gold, chop. NQES, chop. So Apple and Google are the two stocks that really haven't moved this entire time. Two of my biggest holdings. What is Netflix selling at? Let me see. SoFi will outperform Hood over the next 12 months. Bro, I don't. Okay, whatever. It's not a fucking NFL game, bro. Stop being so emotionally attached to your favorite stocks. Just, you can use AI, you can analyze companies using AI for free, and then make an objective opinion. And if that's your objective opinion after you've analyzed shit, great. If you like both, put money into both. Doesn't have to be a fucking NFL game every time. This stock is better than this stock. I'm going to yell it from the rooftops. You're really pissy this morning? I don't think so. I think I'm making this choppy day as entertaining as possible. But if you do think I'm pissy, you know who to talk to about that. Your mother. She knows that on Fridays I like peanut butter and jelly. You know what she did? She used grape jelly that she usually uses for the kids on my sandwich. I like strawberry. So if I'm a little pissy, you know who to talk to. But no, dude, I'm not pissy. It's just a funny stream, bro. I don't have to explain jokes. If you want a stream where someone's going to explain every little joke, Netflix did break a long-term trend line, but oh, is it below the 200 day? What? That's quite unbelievable. I didn't think Netflix, like, it doesn't seem like it's doing that bad. Because it split. No, dude. My God. The price is relative. It's not below the 200 day because it's split. Dude, I can't read that shit. Netflix is definitely on my list. Just chopping around. I think we, from here, as my original trade was, like, I think we do end up taking that high at some point. But that's still not a huge move. Now, I will also start planning where I would take the market short from again. Because I do think we will see a bounce, but I don't think that the pain is over by any means. This fool keeps spamming the chat, bro. Just registered on Funded Next. Thank you for the discount. Hell yeah. You know, I don't mind the market dropping. I just I don't particularly favor ugly ass price delivery. Yeah, I think gold is a long now. Remember, in the morning I said I thought it was a short to get to this daily fair value gap. I mean, hourly. I think it's a long from here. All right. I really think Salesforce can fall to the hundreds. Can you briefly explain fair value gap? No. You can watch the accelerator. I did 3 hours on futures, 3 hours on options. I will be releasing it to YouTube. Okay, now NQ decides to move. What ass delivery, bro? Excited for the accelerator? Yeah, I mean, we already did it live 2 weeks ago. It's just not on YouTube. It was private, but I am going to release it to YouTube. So make sure that you have your notifications on. It's because we're going to put it up and then take it down. So make sure you have your notifications on. Google's an insanely impressive stock, man. So happy about that one. All right. I think that hopefully we start breaking out of this range and we get something tradable. I'm going to get some more coffee. I'll be right back. 1 second. Damn, bro. You guys left me just because I went to get some more coffee? Guys, would you buy RKLB? I would buy quality stocks, bro. What are your thoughts on Oracle? I don't have thoughts. Anonymous, appreciate your donation to St. Jude, man. Thank you. Any thoughts on INTC? No, I don't have thoughts. Guys, if you haven't figured it out by now, I won't answer thoughts questions. That's a lazy ass question. I have no idea what it is you want me to look at. Thoughts on Oracle, the company, the products, the CEO, a swing trade, a day trade, an investment, leaps, shorting. Just ramble about Oracle until I'm satisfied. Would that trade have hit my stop? Actually, no, it wouldn't. It would have came within like 3 points of hitting my stop. But it wouldn't have. Rude, nasty little woman. It's not how you talk about your mother, bro. Be nice. Thoughts on my mom? Oh my God. All right. What? RTY is up 2%? Who knew this was the fucking thing to trade? Damn, RTY looked so much better than NQ or ES. You shorted here? I don't think a short at the bottom is the play, bro. Target is up 5%. What? Didn't it just miss? That's a weird one. Yeah, I think any quality stock at the 200-day moving average is decent. Are the landscapers back? No, I thought there was a shipping truck or something outside. Okay. SOXL is starting to look interesting to me. Do you expect more downside from here? Again, please try and be more specific, dude. Are you talking about today? Ever? What are you talking about? Yeah, Microsoft is starting to look interesting to me. I think Ethereum might be approaching a bottom. But I will say this. I think that the crypto market and the stock market will bottom together. I don't think the stock market can see a massive rally if crypto hasn't bottomed. But as I said in my video yesterday, I do expect a bounce from here. I do expect a short-term bounce from here. But I think that going into 2026, I don't think we are necessarily safe. But I do expect a bounce from here. And I think that it can be a violent bounce even. We can even make new highs. This is something that happened last year, guys. This is something that happened last year. Remember this? It looks exactly the same as now. But we had a 5% correction, engulfing candles, rallied, even made a new high before more downside. Now, unlike last year, I don't think that we will hit bear market status. Now, some argue that this wasn't a bear market. It was 19 point something % down on SPY. The NASDAQ definitely hit a bear market. I don't think we're going to get to bear market status just yet, but I do think that we are due for at least a 10% correction. So I think something similar will happen here. But then after that, I think it will be as long as unemployment hasn't shit the bed. I think that it will be we will have a raging bull market once again, and then by second half of 2026, maybe 2027, I think we hit a pretty bad bear market. I wonder where the draw on liquidity is for today, because we have that gap from last week that's still unfilled up here. Let me check something. 6630 on SPX. That high right there. Which is that high right there. I think we get to at least there. Guys, if you want me to release the accelerator and give away another funded next account, hit that thumbs up. If we get this to 500 likes, then I'll do that. We're currently at 265. Release the Epstein files? I agree. We have 14 minutes until lunch. I bet you we get a big move during lunch. It just seems like one of those days. Just one of them days. Don't take it personal. I just wanna be all alone. You think I treat you wrong. Move up? If you want to distill everything I just said to move up, sure, bro. Hello, can you say my name? What's your name? My name is Gandu. That's your name. What do you think of Soxel at the moment? Thoughts and prayers. I don't know that Broadcom and AMD are done here. I think it's going to be very hard to long SOXL from here. Without Broadcom and AMD support. Because if you look at it, AMD and Broadcom make up most of SOXL. Micron, Qualcomm. Yeah. All of you guys who've been complaining about these stocks not retracing enough. If all these quality stocks, Micron, Netflix, Hood, Nvidia, if all these stocks hit the 200-day moving average and you guys don't buy them, You have no right to complain. Amazon's at the 200-day. Meta's way below the 200-day. Meta might be at the 300-day. Meta is below the 300-day. Yeah, there are definitely some good buys here. Netflix is almost at the 300-day. Microsoft is almost at the 200-day. Again, none of these are trades. This is just long-term dollar cost averaging. Yeah, I still think Nvidia can hit 150. I still think Nvidia can hit 150. That would be an ultimate target right there. Meh. I would have sweat it for sure, but the OG trade definitely worked. It did come within like 3 points of hitting my stop down here, but definitely would have worked. I think this sets up for, holy shit. Ha! Of course, dude. They canceled the October CPI report just now. What a fucking joke, bro. What a joke. It's been out for almost an hour. Yeah, but I'm here entertaining you, dick licker. Why don't you put it in the chat? This is my target for SPX today. 66.30, 66.35. I do think that this is, in my opinion, an interim bottom. And I think that the crypto market, I don't know about the crypto market. Bitcoin and Ethereum could potentially show signs of bottoming out here. Like I said in my video yesterday and today, we need to hold this level here and not close below it on the weekly. But if we get above this and close, that's a high time frame market structure shift, which we haven't had since almost a month now. Damn. A long was definitely, a long from down here where I long from originally was definitely the right call. It just took a while. Is today TGIF? No. So why is the market still up if CPI will not be out? Oh my God, bro. You can't win with these people. You cannot win with these people. Why is the market tanking? Oh my God, why is it rallying? Most people should not be looking at an intraday chart, okay? I will die on this hill. Most people should not be looking at an intraday chart. Look at an intraday chart. Pick any day. Like literally go to any day. Here. Why are we rallying? Why are we tanking? Why are we rallying? Why are we tanking? That's how the market fucking works every day. Or else price would just do this. Bro, this is rallying to you? This is rallying to you? It's because we swept liquidity. What do you think we try to do when we day trade? You're trying to find where's the draw on liquidity. It's not,
let me find a headline to justify this move here. Why is the market green? This little candle is green. I'm going to go back and try and find a news article that coincides with the time of this candle. And that will tell me why this candle is green.
no, bro. You are looking at liquidity levels. The market is not going to do this forever until a good headline comes out, or do this forever until a bad headline comes out. The market is sweeping liquidity intraday. That's why you can have good news and the price tanks, or bad news and the price rallies, right? You have to match your fundamentals with what's going on in the technical picture. You can't go to a news article and say, this should explain why this candle is green and that candle is red. That's not how it works, bro.
If what you're saying is true, then why is this candle currently green? It must not be true. And then, when it turns red, I will hit you up and ask you, why are we tanking, sir?
When we're day trading, like, what do you think we're trying to do? Why do I say I'm taking a long from here? My target is this high. It's not because I'm anticipating news. Bro, the mean dad said, as a white male, I'm offended by this. Bro, that dude is fucking funny. You're the one that tied that accent to a white male. How do you know I was doing a white voice? What if that was my impression of a black dude? How do you know? You said it. I didn't say, all right, here's my impression of a white guy. I just did a voice that doesn't sound like me to differentiate from me speaking to this guy that's asking, why is every candle green or red? Yeah, what if that was my impression of an Asian dude? You're racist, the mean dad. I'm just messing with you, bro. This is what happens when you've been staring at charts all the whole day and you're not in a trade. But in all seriousness, I do think that this could be the bottom on Bitcoin and Ethereum, with all seriousness. And I never say that lightly. Like, I'm never calling tops and bottoms. But there is a high likelihood that this is it. And I already told you guys, like, there's so many quality stocks at the 200-day for long-term buying. In terms of swing trades, I don't know if I'm there yet. He said you sound like Sylvester the cat from Looney Tunes. That's a freaking compliment, bro. Sylvester is dope. All right. Hopefully we get a good trade in the PM session. Right now it is lunch. But what I'm looking for is a break of structure on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And I think that I may start dollar cost averaging in some stocks today. We will also be doing the investing call this weekend in the Discord. So look out for that. We read the market properly, had the long on NQ, was eyeing that short on gold. I think gold will likely go to yesterday's high. That's probably what it's eyeing. I wonder if I can long it from here, actually. Hang on. Did we already hit a draw here? I think there's a long on gold. So I'm not entirely sure that it's done taking out liquidity here. SPX getting to that level, that 6630 level. Am I bullish on SoFi? You want to buy calls here? I mean, like I said, I do think the market does give us a little bounce here. I think I don't know what your TA is. I think it's an okay play. I'm not really so hot on short expiries. But yeah, I think it's decent. I think on the 15-minute, it looks like it's on the verge of breaking structure. I want to see if gold can produce another long here. But I can easily see it coming down to this 15-minute fair value gap. So we'll likely be and there's a unicorn here. There's a breaker right there too. We'll likely be looking at that level. For after lunch. Why is the market bullish all of a sudden? What happened? This guy has a profile picture of a clown, by the way. And it's very appropriate, I must say. Rewind the stream, bro. I don't see more gamma above. This level looks pretty strong to me. Which is why I thought that SPX would magnet there. Let's see what happens after lunch. So I will be releasing the accelerator tomorrow. I won't be giving out another account because we didn't get to 500 likes. Congrats on Accomplice X for winning the Funded Next 25X or 25K account. For those of you in the Discord, I'll see you in there. I think we do get some PM trades that look decent. If you took any of the biases this morning, congrats. And I do think that quite a few stocks look decent for long-term ads here. You're asking a serious question. I happen to think that's not a serious question. But I explained why I thought the market would get to this level, so you can easily rewind the stream. Tesla call spread? I have no idea what you're talking about. But if your dumbass was trying to trade from delayed videos, and you entered those trades yourself, then that's on you, bro. That's not on anybody else. The sooner that you take accountability for the buttons you click, the better chances you'll make it at this game. If you watch someone's video and try to take a trade and have no idea what their update is because you don't want to join the server that you're taking trades from, and you're hoping to do things for free, and you're hoping to succeed at it, take accountability for the buttons that you click. I did not enter any trades any call spread trades on Tesla. It was an idea that, as I mentioned, would be valid if we broke structure. Tesla did not break structure, rejected structure multiple times. So did not get confirmation for my entry. But as opposed to trying to blame people, take accountability and stop being a pussy about it. Is there a section for leap trades? Yeah, I mean, leaps will be in the stock alert section if and when I decide on them. Like I said, I don't think that it is an environment that's leap heavy yet, in my opinion, but I do think some things are worth picking up here. Soxo, yeah, when I decide on it, I'll post it. All right, guys, appreciate you. I'll see you in the Discord. For those of you in the Discord, turn your notifications on. I'm going to release the accelerator. Futures, I'm going to release it tomorrow. Options, I'm going to release it Sunday. They will be up only for a limited time, so make sure you turn on your notifications to know when they come up. The day is not over. I will be back after lunch in the Discord, and hopefully we can catch a trade or two. All right, guys, take care. Appreciate you. Have a good weekend.